Good morning. Welcome, everybody. If you are here in the UK this morning, it is a lovely bank holiday. So welcome and wow, well done for being here on this bank holiday Monday morning. A bit of self-care to get the day started. I've been really looking forward to today's session, really feeling that I myself need a little bit of stillness and calm. So as way of a check-in, I'd love for you to just ask yourself, what is your head saying? What is your gut intuition saying? And what is your heart saying to you today? So just start by checking in with yourself before you get waylaid by the busyness of the day. And if you're happy to share anything, please pop anything in the chat as we go throughout the session today. How are you feeling in your head, your heart, and your gut intuition? So often we don't even think about any of those things, do we? We just start our days. But having a little simple check-in like that can just really understand, okay, what am I saying to myself? What's that chatter saying? What am I already thinking about? What is my gut intuition telling me? And we're going to talk about that today. And then actually, what do I deeply feel in my heart? Feel free to write some notes to those questions if you wish, or just have a think about those as we start our time together. We have got a quick session today, half an hour. So we will get started, as I think we've got everybody here. So welcome if you are joining for the first time. My name's Gemma. I'm going to be your guide through this session, and welcome back to everybody who is a regular here in this space. It's really lovely to see some familiar faces, but new faces as well. This time really is just for you to ground, to get some accountability for your journaling practice, to have some prompts to guide you if you really like the prompts as well. So take what you need from this time together. For anyone who's joining us for the first time, I'll just run through a little bit of how the session runs today. So let me just share my screen with you here. You are all so welcome, whatever stage of journaling you are at. I love this practice. Just there's no judgment whatsoever. There's no comparison. This is just your time. It's of course a confidential space. Really nice to hear your reflections on your journaling practice in the chat if you wish to share. Always helps us reflect back on our own writing, and maybe helps each other bring sort of notice new things that might be we might not have seen before. So really love to hear any reflections that you have from your writing. Absolutely no pressure to share, no pressure to say anything or share in the chat at all. I'm very happy to be your guide through this time together. It is, of course, a confidential space, so whatever you do share here remains within the realms of this journaling community. Please know that there's no wrong way to journal. So part of my ethos and my journaling guidance and practice myself is that you can't do this wrong. There is no one way to journal. And we often see lots of rules and structure and things that we should be doing every day on social media and things to have a healthy journaling practice. I don't believe any of that is true. I believe you take what you need from journaling. So why do we journal? This is a quote that I come back to time and time again, that journaling enables us to slow down, to find peace, but to go into that inner intuition as well, that inner guidance, our inner wisdom. And by doing that, we can then connect with who we are, what's important to us, and our inner confidence, which is a theme for today's session. So each month we have a new theme that we focus on. We cover 2 techniques of journaling. One is the wild writing, freestyle of writing, and another is the more structured journaling prompts. And the session today for the prompts is focused around confidence and connecting with that inner wisdom. And I'll talk a little bit more about that shortly. Let's arrive here first and foremost by embracing some wild and free writing. And why is it called wild and free? Because there's no structure to it. It's purely your time to connect with the page, putting whatever is on your mind onto the page. And sometimes that might not be very much at all. Sometimes your stream of consciousness might flow out onto the page there, and you identify things that you didn't realize you were carrying around in your head. Seeing it on the page like that helps us really bring awareness to what's going on for us, but also helps us then decide what we want to do with that. We might decide we don't want to do anything with it, which is fine. We might decide that we want to address some of the points that we've raised. We might decide that that's actually a bit of a to-do list for us, that we want to prioritize. So the first step of building that awareness is this wild writing practice, where you just write a stream of consciousness onto the page. And that might feel a little bit scary to start with, is having a blank page. And sometimes when I don't know what to write, I get those blockers as well. And then I've got that decision between, do I just not write at all and just give up and move on to something else? Or do I just sit and reflect and think, okay, sort of go a bit deeper, what is really going on? And sometimes I start by writing, I have no idea what to write today. And I might start by describing things that I can see around me. And it's interesting when you just allow yourself to start, what then comes out onto the page. So I'm going to bring you into that now. Grab your pen, grab your notebook, and we're just going to engage in this 5 minutes together of wild and free writing. This is for your eyes only. You're not going to be asked to share any of this with anybody here today. So I'm going to bring us into some little background music as well today, because it's so lovely to have a little music in the background. Okay, I'll bring us back in 5 minutes' time. Bringing you back into the room as and when you're ready. And you feel your writings come to a natural end. And when you look at what you've written, does anything standing out for you today as you scan back over the words? Any keywords, phrases, even how it looks, or the structure, or changes in your handwriting this morning? If you look at your writing this morning, think, what is this telling me? What comes up for you? Mine is a bit of a mess, I have to say. I think that's a reflection of my mind today, which is really interesting. Just kind of, oh, I've got a free day. What shall I do? Oh my gosh, this, lots going on. I could do this. Got to be productive. And so my writing looks a bit of a mess as well. Nick, thank you so much for sharing. Shows there's a lot going on in your mind as well. So yeah, not surprising you're easily distracted at the moment. It's really interesting to see that actually on the page, isn't it? And although it might not kind of give us reassurance, but actually can make us feel that there's reasons for this, and this is why I'm distracted, and it's clearly because there's a lot going on in my mind. That can build our confidence and be quite reassuring in that way. Isabella, morning, a mixture of flow and list writing, lovely combination. And Mary, you're feeling directionless, anchorless, that's lovely, a lovely word. And I wonder how much we knew of this before we came in this morning. How much attention had we been paying to that before you had captured that on the page? And I really think that's the beauty of this journaling practice. And sometimes we write and we don't look back at it, and we have no need to. Sometimes just noticing what's going on there can really help you move forward, decide what to do next, might help you shape your thoughts or your mindset for the rest of the day. May, lovely, welcome. It's like a well is open. You didn't realize you had so much on your mind. Yeah. And it's a bit shocking sometimes to see that, isn't it? Because we're just carrying that around with us as we go about and do so much as well. So it's no wonder we sometimes become a bit stressed or a bit overwhelmed, tired, have a headache. We're carrying all of that with us. Might start to kind of experience neck pain because all that tension is heavy. And Lou, welcome as well. Same with the flow in the list. You're clearly feeling very overwhelmed. Yeah. And maybe then that might help you think, well, what do I need today? Based on what I've seen here, what I've captured in my writing, what do I need today? Let's move into the theme for the month, which is confident self. Now, confidence is, I say it's an inside job. Confidence is an inside job because that is where it originates. That's where it grows from. That is where our inner wisdom comes from. And actually, the word confidence derives from a Latin term, confidare, which means, it translates to trust within. It's really about knowing yourself, trusting that gut intuition, knowing what's important to you, and knowing, like having a real kind of acceptance of self. So often our confidence is shaped by external factors, of messages we've received, beliefs that are long ingrained, societal messaging, and it can be really kind of damaging, really, and really impact our confidence and stop us doing the things that we want to do, but stop us moving around the world with ease and freedom and wildness. So I've just got a few prompts that we're going to experience together here. And there's no right or wrong. And again, this is for your eyes only. And I think journaling can really help with this because it helps us go inside. It helps us connect with our heart and our intuition, helps us slow down long enough to listen to that. So we're going to have a minute or so on each prompt, moving quite quickly through these. And as always, I'll share these with you afterwards so you can revert back to a prompt if one's caught your attention. And if you don't connect with a prompt in any way, don't worry, write whatever comes up for you. And that might be something that I've referred to today. That might be something that you've referred to in your writing as well. So again, we've got about 5 prompts here. Just take your time now. Move through this first prompt. What comes to mind for you when you think of this idea of confidence? And the second prompt today, if you really believed that your true, authentic confidence comes from within you, how would that change your relationship to confidence? And third prompt today, when have you trusted your past intuition? When in the past you listened to your intuition and trusted yourself? Next up, I would like you to think of an area in your life where you'd like to feel more confident. Maybe it's a new project, it's in something in your relationship, something at work, it could be anything. In what ways could you develop that inner confidence and self-trust to move you forward? And finally, what would you say to your younger self about confidence? Again, bringing you back when you're ready. Very quick speed prompts there. You might want to spend a little bit longer revisiting one of those that we've covered if anything kind of interesting came out for you. How was that? Again, feel free to share anything that's come up for you. No, don't have to share any content, just what have you noticed there from having spent that 5 or so minutes thinking about confidence, or using the prompts rather than the wild writing. So much more structured and prompted there. Isabella, it's good to be writing again. Yeah, it's lovely, especially we've had a period where we haven't found our flow. It can be really nice to get into it, and prompts are brilliant for that at kind of, yeah, just prompting us, bringing new thoughts and feelings to the page there. Nick, you found the prompts useful. Great. Interesting exploring relationship with confidence in different areas of your life. Yes, it ebbs and flows, doesn't it? And it might look completely different when we think about how that shows up in different areas. Emily, yeah, I'm always surprised when things come up when you journal. Yeah, I know, amazing. And that's what prompts are really brilliant for really prompting different ways of thinking, bringing in new perspectives. And then it's like, oh, I didn't realize I thought that, or I haven't thought that for a long time. I decided I could befriend or nurture your confidence and came up with the name. Oh, Carry My Confidence. I love that. That's really creative, Mary. Thank you for sharing that one. I might have to take that with me. I might have to pinch that. And Kat, you've got more questions to explore journaling with yourself. Yes, that's great as well, isn't it? You can create your own prompts through the journaling practice. And it's made you think a lot, May. And you might want to think about how that shows up for you in the rest of the day. And Beth saying here, I've always thought confidence was something you either had or didn't have, mostly for extroverted people, and you'd never link confidence with your self-trust. And that's mind-blowing to you. Oh, you can see how you lost your confidence and perhaps how you can regain it again. That's amazing. Wow, so powerful. It really is accessible to all if we kind of think about our beliefs around confidence and think about you get to define what confidence is to you. It's not something reserved for extroverted, loud people, but confidence can be quiet and subtle as well, very peaceful. So, oh, that sounds a very interesting one to explore. Thank you all so much for being here. Running a little bit over today, but it's been a really lovely session with you. And I really look forward to seeing you again, hopefully next month. On the first Monday of the month, we'll be journaling again around a different theme. I am running another free workshop if the confidence thing is of interest to you. It's around befriending that inner critic. And that's coming up later this month as well. And that inner critic can really play havoc with our confidence, that kind of negative voice inside our head. So if that's of interest to anybody, you're all, of course, very welcome to join in with that one too. Have a great rest of your day. And I really look forward to seeing as many of you as possible in a month's time. Take care. See you soon. Bye. Bye.